Hello, my beautiful people. I was telling y'all about black women going missing. I done heard several people talk about this. So what I'm going to do is let you hear maybe one or two. So so you'll know what's going on in the black community with our black women. Um, Let me get back to where I was. Okay, I'm gonna show this. Come on now.
Hey guys, I just had to stop down in the middle of my
No,
day
not
because there's
this one.
something so important that I want to drop.
Well, I'm gonna let this lady go on and say it. She tells more detail, but there are several people. So I was looking for a guy that told her he didn't talk as long as she did. She's gonna talk for 15 minutes. So
Hey y'all, this is not
her name is
or
Lynn.
heavy, whatever. I am it's Lynn Sims. I want to address something that is
Now
in
just
my
listen to
mind
it.
a sensitive subject. Y'all know how I am about my babies. I've been they've been in the industry or they're physically attractive. And so I went through the process of training them on how to be aware of their surroundings and all this other stuff. And long story short, some human traffickers, Indian guys, tried to abduct one of my spiritual daughters on yesterday in Tampa. So now, I saw some posts where they busted a trafficking ring and in Tampa, and I think it was like 14 people that got arrested. And then they did one with like 34 people in Georgia. So the law enforcement is cracking down on it. But I realized when my baby called me to let me know, basically, the training that I gave her pretty much, saved her life. And so that's what made me come back on, because if it saved one, if it impacted one, if it reached one person, I'm going to shout it from the rooftops. And so basically, there are several techniques that they use. Let me just put you guys up on game really quick on the ones that I'm familiar with. The very first one is they don't even approach you at all. They park two vans on either side of an empty parking space. And so they wait for unsuspecting females. They typically don't abduct women my size. If you're over 250 pounds, I'm 220, 230, something like that. But they do go for petite women or medium build women. If you're light-skinned, fair-skinned, or if you have an exotic look about you, you are a primary target, because more money is paid for the fair-skinned, the light-skinned, and the exotic look. The dark-skinned women, if you're not extremely, extremely dark, they're not paying as much, but they're paying money for the cold black girls too. Okay, now, ages 10, the youngest I've seen that I'm aware of is 10, and the oldest is like 46 or something like that. So let me just put you up on game. Don't park in between two vans, because all they'll do, the moment you step out of the car, they don't even say anything to you. They snatch you. They put knockout gas over your mouth or over your face with a cloth, and they put you in the van and they take you away. Another one that they do is they pose as people selling perfumes or fragrances in the malls, in the parking lots of the mall. First of all, the mall is not going to allow somebody to be selling fragrances. Who offer to sell you fragrances and things like that, because it's not really perfume. It's a knockout agent, so they can easily and quickly abduct you and throw you in the back of their vans and drive off with you. Make sure you check the license plates of any vehicle that you're parking next to in any place, whether it be day or night. If there are no license plates on the vehicle, don't park next to it, because that's the other thing. They either have dummy license plates or they have no license plates at all. Here's another thing that they do. They have little old women to either ask you for help. Sweetheart, will you help me with my bag? Sweetheart, will you help me with this? Oh, yes, ma'am. And the moment you turn your back to help her, the men come from behind you and abduct you. Another thing is they have the little women offering you fragrances to smell. So steer clear of that. Another thing. I hope if I'm going too fast, y'all put it in the comments. I'm just trying to put them all out there while it's flooding in my spirit. Another thing that they do is if they don't catch you going into the store, they will put a piece of paper or a note on your windshield with hearts or kisses or something that appears to be romantic, or a rose, anything to get you to bend over the front of the car so that they can quickly abduct you. So if you see something on your windshield, get in the car quickly, drive away quickly, and do not remove that item until you're in a very safe place. Now here's another thing, that they're doing. I just saw this on Facebook. I have not heard, y'all know I've been doing quite a bit of research, and I'm making some connections as far as this human trafficking goes, because a lot of girls that I have coached or that I've been witnessing to in the strip clubs have been going missing, and of course, that's where my concern is. I'm concerned about everybody, but that's what my tie to it is. Women that are in the industry, in porn, or women that do webinars and things like that, going missing, because typically there's not. Thanks for sharing this. Yes, please share this, because I want every young girl. Don't let your teenage daughters go to the mall by themselves. I don't care what they're doing. It needs to be a group of 3 or 4 of them. They need to be aware of this, almost like stranger danger with little bitty kids, because they're targeting the young attractive women. If they are petite, if they are mediocre, somewhat attractive, if any type of makeup or anything can help them, because they really, if you're familiar with how slavery days worked, that's really how they auction them off. The girls are literally drugged, and I'm talking about, I was just dealing with a case earlier within the past couple of days. She's 37 years old, and she was abducted when she was 12, I believe. When she was 12 years old, drugged, and so she was addicted to cocaine, heroin, and crystal meth. And so they kept her drugged. She doesn't even know what has happened. She now has HIV. She doesn't know how she got it. Her body was discovered in a rice field in the Philippines. They took her to a witch doctor who did some foolery and got her past the detoxing part of the withdrawal parts of her addiction. So some Christian missionaries were there, and they were coming to minister to the people in the Philippines, and it just so happened that they knew the girl spoke English, but they could not take her back to the U.S. She had no photo ID, she had no passport. Long story short, it took 7 months for her to get back to the States, and she has lost 26 years of her life because she doesn't know what happened. But same thing, she just knows that they just knew that she was the victim of human trafficking. So let me go back to the other things. Another thing that they will do is they will run into the back of your car, but it will be a very light tap. It'll be just enough tap to get you to step out of the car. Do not get out of your car. If somebody hits you, it's an accident. Lock your doors. Dial 911. Turn your video camera on and begin to video. Let it face you. Sit in your car, lean over, and allow the camera to capture what's behind you, like I'm doing. Do that so the camera can see who. So if they get out of their cars, then there's visual access to whoever is pursuing you. Call 911. Excuse me, my car, those of you that have luxury cars, don't get off of your phone, because Mercedes-Benz will automatically dial 911 for you. They'll get all your information so you can talk to Mercedes-Benz at the same time and still see who's in the video, everything that's going on. Immediately, make sure that you go live. Don't just record it. Go Facebook Live and say your location. I'm here. Somebody just ran into the back of me. Do this even if it's a regular car accident, ladies. Somebody just ran into the back of me. I'm waiting for it. I've called 911, and here is a video of the people that are following me. The car is so-and-so and so-and-so. Show video of your surroundings so anybody that's near you can stop. And say that. Anybody that's in the area, can you please stop and approach the car? I need witnesses. I'm afraid for my life. I don't know if these are human traffickers. Another thing that they will do is put you're riding slowly through a strange neighborhood. They will send small kids out to run in front of your car, and you don't even hit the kid kid. The kid has a bag with bricks or wood in it, and what you hear is the hitting of the wood or the bricks. You jump out of your car thinking that you're hitting the kid. You jump out to check on the kid, there is no kid. It is, they snatch you, you're abducted, and you're gone. Another thing that they do is in secluded areas, they'll have somebody laying out in the middle of the road, and you'll see a car with hazard lights on, or with the engine up, or partially off the road to appear as if the vehicle's been damaged, or to appear as if they've had vehicle mechanical failure for you to stop to help. Do not help. Dial 911, report where you saw the person. Again, use video footage. Facebook Live. This is where I'm at. This is what I saw. Because you seeing it and driving off is not going to fix the issue. But you seeing it and giving authorities a physical picture. Make sure you get a picture of the, or you video the license plate of the car that's on the side of the road and the individual. Ride as closely to the individual as you can and video them. Try to get a copy of their face, because authorities have a lot more to work with. When these two Indian guys tried to snatch my daughter yesterday, thank God I had done this training. Thank God I had taught them. I taught my team. I taught everybody in my ministry. So she knew not to open her door. She knew absolutely. And she locked her doors, and she was getting out to get her son out of the car. She locked her door, she got back in her car, and she gunned it. But she did not do the video. And I want to make sure you guys, thank you guys for sharing this. I see 150 people are watching. I want you to share. Every young girl, every woman that's medium-sized, every petite woman needs to see this video. All of this information, I want to make sure. I see people do videos, but they just give you one or two tips. There are so many strategies that they use. So let me just continue to go on with the human trafficking. Another thing they're doing is in the nightclubs. Girls, listen to me. Do not just go home or leave the club with some girl that you just met, especially those that are bi-curious and bisexual and all this other stuff. Do not do that, because they're using girls to recruit other girls in the club. The next thing, those my babies that dance, that strip, that hustle, those of you that trick for money, do not. Let me get my emotions together. I'm sorry, because I had quite a few to go missing. Do not leave with them. Do your lap dance. Get your money. Do not leave with them. Because now what's happening is they're coming in with disguises in the strip clubs. They're coming in with masks, literal face masks, with disguised masks in the strip club. You seen the movie Face Off? There are guys now that are wearing a whole different face. They're putting fake tattoos on their arms and their necks and different things, so the authorities have fake descriptions of who they're looking for, and they're snatching the girls in droves. So listen, y'all like this video, share it, tag it, bring awareness. I'm sorry for being emotional, but when they visit your door, I've had several to go missing, but I'm talking about my spiritual daughter that serves on my team, that's a member of my congregation that I was just with on Sunday at church or whatever, you know what I mean? I want you guys to understand, when it visits your door, you have to, now your eyes have to come open. Everything that I have shared on this video, share. Don't let your kids, I'll say it one more time, don't let your daughters go to the mall by themselves. Don't let them hang out. If it's just two of them and they're small in stature, don't do it, because they're snatching one and two. They're not just snatching one at a time. They drug them both. They threw them both in a vehicle. And the only thing that's left missing is the keys. The car. And the black women, the white women are being reported, the black women are not. Y'all know I'm not racist. I'm just making you aware that all women need to hear this, but especially the women in the African American community, because our missing persons reports are 3, 7, 10, and 11 days later. Report it. If your daughter is missing for 6 hours, 5 hours, report it. Video camera, Facebook Live is your best friend, ladies. Anything that, if it looks strange, 9 times out of 10, it is strange. Don't stop for any reason. Call the authorities to get help for them, but do not, I repeat, do not get out of your car. Don't get the roses. Don't get the little love notes. Don't smell anything. Don't put anything close to your face. Anyone that's approaching you, pull out your mace and give them a warning. Stop or I will spray. If they proceed, spray first, ask questions later. You need mace and you need a taser. You can go online and get them for like $39. You can get mace for $15. You can get a good taser for like $39. You guys hear me. I need you to be prepared anytime you're going to get into your vehicle and anytime you're getting ready to get out of your vehicle. My daughter was almost abducted yesterday. I need you guys to be praying. Those of you who intercede, those of you who understand, those I'm not the only one that's called to women in the sex industry. I'm not the only one that has a burden for this, but I need you guys to be praying that the enemy will continue to be exposed, that law enforcement will continue to step up their game like they're doing. Hats off to the law enforcement in Tampa. Hats off to the law enforcement in the entire state of Georgia, because they're taking this seriously. They see the threat. Don't smell anything, ladies. Don't taste anything. Don't drink anything. Don't leave with any strangers, and don't go anywhere by yourself at night if you can avoid it. If in the daytime abductions come because people are stopping to help people. People are smelling fragrances, or they're parking in between two unmarked vehicles. Don't do that. Be aware. I hope that this saves a life. When my baby called me to let me know what happened, I was just thankful to God that I opened my mouth, and it put a fuel and a fire in me to share this information with more. All right? I don't want it to be too long. Share this with all of your daughters. Make them watch this with you. It's not a long video, so that they can hear something you missed, they may gather, or something they missed, you may gather. Have a discussion with them, discuss their roots and their travel paths. Make sure they have a travel buddy in this season. The enemy is not playing, and he's targeting the prophetic people of God. All right, I love you guys, and I hope this helped. Keep me in your prayers. Bless you.
I just put that close so you can see her name, so you can bag it up and catch that name. She was on Facebook Live. This is not the only video that I have received. There are several more. There are some men talking about people being snatched right here in Montgomery. Right now, we have a black mayor in the city of Montgomery, Alabama, the very first one, and we also have a black chief of police. Now, it's a girl went missing here, and she was beautiful. She's a beautiful black girl, and she looked kind of mixed. You know, she had the wavy hair. You know, our natural hair is nice, but she had got her hair to grow down past her breasts and down her back. She was in the store. They videotaped her in the store. Her car was still in the parking lot. She got snatched. They kept that thing about her going until they found her body, and they caught the people who had snatched her. I guess it was so much heat about her because they didn't let it go. It was playing every day, all during the day on every newscast, and they have never did that for a black girl in the state of Montgomery, Alabama. And then I was telling Willie, I said, they ain't never did this before. Why are they suddenly broadcasting a missing person of a black girl? So what this lady is saying, that everybody is aware of black women being snatched. And so when I was doing that video for y'all the other day, and I was talking about beware of the holidays and go in packs, and even if you got your children with you, that's a distraction because they're taking your young girls also. So they can you're distracted, and you're not only you got your attention on your child, they're gonna snatch you and your child. Whether they keep you or not, it's one thing. They may just be after the child. So be aware. That's the only thing that we're saying. Be aware of your surroundings, not just during the holidays, anytime. Because black women are valuable at any time. So always protect yourself. That's why the women in my family, my immediate family, know how to shoot. Head and chest. But she was saying get yourself some mace and get yourself a taser. Because some of these department stores that you go into, you can't take a weapon. Montgomery, Alabama is an open carry state. And I have a permit to have it concealed also. But it's some of these places, which is just state buildings and where officers said in schools that you can't take a gun. But all these stores, I'm not telling nobody to do nothing, but I'm just saying, find out where you can and cannot carry a gun. If they have a sign on their door saying you can't take one in there, then they already letting you know. Because that's just their rule. It's not the state rule. Oh, and I was gonna let y'all hear some more. It's a lot of it. If you don't believe this lady, look it up yourself. Research it yourself. I'm gonna see can I find another one. That one just came to me today. That lady was live. Okay. Someone else sent it to me. That wasn't her that sent it to me. Tonya sent that one to me. Um, it was a young man sent me one also. Let's see, can I find him? Man, if I knew these people's name, that's the problem right there. That person didn't send it to me. The person that actually did the video, it was somebody else sent it to me. This may be him. D Moore. Let's see.
Morning, Facebook. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm just gonna get right into it. Y'all know I always usually do some funny, high energy type stuff like that. This is gonna be totally different. I'm just gonna get right into it because we're getting into the holiday season. This is peak season. This is peak season. This is for all women, and I need you guys to share this because this is about safety. For all of our women, our children, our mothers, our nieces, our daughters, our cousins. Since we're going into the holiday season, human trafficking. I did a video like this last year, and a lot of y'all thought I was being funny because I am comical.
It hadn't just started.
Jokes. People don't really realize there's a movie. I'm having a brain fart right now. Traffic. And what's going on, Queen? I just wanted to instill of women to be aware of what's going to be happening, how human trafficking is working. Thousands of women, black women, are missing. It's not on the news. It's not being advertised. It's not on social media. Everybody's not paying attention. So I want to give you some key factors in regards to.
I know a girl right here went missing, and we still don't know where she is. They reported it, and that girl been gone a long time. Her family don't know where she at. Ain't nobody looking for her. Nobody. We ask her cousin all the time, have you heard anything about her? He like, no.
So you're at a Walmart.
Anybody looking for her?
Some shopping mall. What happens is you're walking out of the mall. They have an old lady, looks very harmless. She's selling perfume, and you know your guard is down because it's an old lady. And she's like, I'm just selling perfume, little jars of the oils, those little oils that they sell. And she's like, you know, and these are my flavors. And she put some oils on your wrist. Well, that oil is actually a knockout gas. It sets up for the human traffickers that are sitting in the back parking lot to come scoop you up, your children, or whoever you're with. I need my women to be aware going into this holiday season. Do not let your children, I don't care if they 19, 20, if they live with you, do not let them rock and go shopping by themselves. Listen to me when I'm telling y'all this, because they're not putting this on the news. Have you not noticed this? There's not many videos on human trafficking in regards to on the social media. This is a setup for our black queens. So I need you guys to pay attention. When you are shopping, you make sure your child is with you, right next to you, not even on the next aisle. I kid you not. It's so sad what they're trying to do. I need y'all to share this video because what they're doing to try to get our black women is very, very scary. And I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying to you for you guys to be aware. To be aware. All right. Thank you, Tammy, for sharing this. I need everybody to share this video. This is no. I'm not playing today. I love my black queens. And what sickens me is that they still are queens and take them overseas and drug them up to be prostitutes and whatever the case may be. And it sickens me to my stomach. That's why, the movie that they did 3 parts of, I think it's called Traffic, is actually real. It's true. In regards to, what's his name, Leslie Nielsen, something like that. Wow, I'm having a brain fart right now because it's so scary to me, because I just got some news on one of my friends in Detroit almost getting kidnapped. So this is something that's very, very serious. So again, all my women, even my white friends, my Spanish, all women, period, because they don't discriminate over there. They do not discriminate. I need you guys to be aware of your surroundings. Make sure if you have mace, get some. If you don't got mace, get some. For those that are licensed to carry, start carrying. Have little knife blade or whatever. Any stranger that approaches you around the holiday season want to sell you something in the parking lot, you keep walking or you walk right back into that store. These are tips that I want to give y'all. Walk right back into that store. If you see a stranger hanging around your car, and this is what they'll do. They'll plot. They will wait. They will sit and watch you get out of the car with your children and see what car you're coming out of, and then try to park next to your car to kind of get you. This is so serious. So I need all my women, all my queens, share this video. Human trafficking is serious, and this is human trafficking season for them. Because in their mind, you're not paying attention. You're all about trying to shop. You're not paying attention to your surroundings. And they play on that. And like I said, the using of the old lady is some new thing now, which is scary as heck. I wouldn't be surprised if they started using their own children to fool you. Oh, I'm selling candy, and God knows they might put something in the candy for you. Listen, all I'm saying is this: safety first. I don't care who's selling what in the parking lot. You don't buy nothing. You don't go near them, or you walk right back inside. And if you are, or if there's any situation, my advice: you scream as loud as you can. You make as much noise, kick, scream, punch, whatever you got to do to make enough noise to draw attention to yourself, because they don't like attention. Now, usually what you want to look out for is when you're in those type of huge parking lots, you want to look at the back parking lot, see any type of larger vehicles, SUVs, vans, white vans, black vans, large SUVs. They usually use a lot of larger vehicles. Now, I have been told that they are starting to use regular vehicles, mid-sized cars that have a lot of space, and to do their setup. So I just really wanted to, because they're not talking about this. They're not talking about this at all. I think everybody to share this video. Share this video. This is about safety for our queens, our children, the young girls. It saddened me. Wake up, guys. Have you not noticed there's no news or anything on the news about this at all? So it kind of makes you wonder, is there some type of connection with this? Does the government here get some type of profit off of this? What is going on? And it's very, very scary. So since we are now gearing towards the holiday season, I want all my beautiful friends that I know and love, my family members, my fans, to be aware. Let's see, what's going on with my little brother from the other. Oh man, we're talking about human trafficking. So basically, I just need my queens to be aware as you're shopping. And I know some of my queens have beautiful children and they want to go shop by themselves. For you, my advice would be to allow them to go shop with another adult. If your children trying to surprise you or something they want to buy you for Christmas, don't allow them to go by themselves. I know they're teenagers, whatever, but don't allow. That's just my advice. Allow them to go with another older cousin or auntie or something like that. Do not allow to go by themselves. And if they're gonna go by themselves, let there be a group. And I mean a group. I mean a minimum of 4. A minimum of 4. If you're gonna let your children go shopping and they're teenagers, maybe even young adults. Minimum of 4, because you can't capture 4. All right. You want to have 4 because that's a squad right there, and they can fight those people off. So I just wanted to do a wake-up call right now. I just got some disturbing news in regards to a friend of mine in Detroit. For those that just chimed in, she got approached by an older lady that was selling perfume, and the perfume was actually a knockout gas, and she almost was kidnapped. So this is some scary stuff, and I'm not trying to say this to scare y'all. I'm saying this to be aware. Be aware. If you love your children, your daughters, your niece, cousins, aunts, they taking everybody. They don't even care no more because they can get a lot of money. It is so real. These y'all think this is fake. Those movies were created for a reason. Those movies were created for a reason. What was that movie with Halle Berry when they tried to kidnap her son? These are real. These come from real stories. I need you guys to be aware. Share this video. Make everybody aware. Just be aware. That's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to do my part because I love y'all and I want y'all to be.
But I played their whole video for a reason. So I was looking at some more, but you don't hear more. You got the gist of it. I was just talking about it, and we actually know somebody that's been gone for a long time. Let me ask Willie how long that girl been gone. Willie.
Yes, ma'am. Nope.
Tommy cousin, how long she been missing?
She had probably 6 to 8 months.
6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
And who looking for her?
The police, everybody looking for her.
So you say the police is looking for her?
Everybody looking for
Have you heard it on the news lately?
her. Not lately, no.
Have you heard? Did you hear it last month?
He said it was on there, but I didn't hear it.
He said it was on there, but you didn't hear it. And the month before that, did they say anything?
Yeah.
So they saying something probably once a month.
Well, she up on a. They ain't saying that now because they got her in the cold case file.
They got in the cold case file after how many months?
I think it's 6 months.
6 months.
But they're still checking on it. They ain't got no kind of evidence on it.
No kind of evidence on it. Now, do y'all remember when that lady went missing? In the Bahamas or the islands, and how long they kept that before the media? And her parents is trying to push this too. That's why I'm saying when we go missing, there's not an uproar by the police that they get so excited and so frantic and so hyper that they pushing the issue about finding this child or this young woman or
You're wrong there.
these young adults.
You're wrong there.
Okay, I know it. I just told them about that lady that went missing and they found her body.
Yeah, listen to me. They can only publicize it so long that when they can't get no information, they hush but they don't ever quit looking.
Willie's saying that they don't publicize for long. They hush, but they don't stop look. They don't stop looking. But that's my thing is they don't put it on the news like they do other ones. Remember when I started asking you this girl that just went missing last month? They publicized that so much that they found her this month.
They didn't find her.
They found her body.
One of the guys that helped do it told them where it was.
That's because they caught him.
Yeah, they called him. He told you.
They caught him. It was 3 of them, right? Or 3 or 4 of them
It was 3 of them.
that snatched her out of a parking lot.
And one of them told where the body was.
And one told where the body was. So because they kept that was like a hot potato. So they couldn't take her where they wanted to take her. They had to get rid of her. But like they're on it now. That's what I was telling them. Right now it seems like they're on it here in Montgomery. They haven't always been on it in Montgomery. That was really my point. The girl that we know about that's been missing 6 months. We don't hear a lot of chatter about it on the news. But the girl what was missing a month ago, which was a black girl, it was so much chatter about that.
Well, the governor put up $5,000 reward.
And the government put up $5,000 reward for her.
The governor did.
And the parents She was grown. She was grown. How old was she?
She was 19. Her mama was
19.
black,
She was
though. Her dad
19.
was black.
What you say now?
She was 19. Her mama was white. Her dad
She was 19. Her mama was white and her dad was black. So she did have that exotic look. She had that curly hair. She had she was light skinned with a brown tannish look. Her skin was sort of like mine, but it had a more brown in her undertones. So she had that tan looking thing going for her. And she was pretty.
She was a college student, so the school helped push that too.
She was what kind of school?
She was a college student, so
She was a college student, and the school helped push looking for her also.
yeah, all of that push.
So it was a lot of people pushing on that behalf. But then when they found her, everybody was disappointed that they found her dead.
Down in Macon County.
They found her in Macon County. So they didn't really get away with her. They got rid of her first. But the only thing I'm saying is beware of your surroundings when you go out and about. If you have to carry a small blade or something with you, if you do get snatched and wake up, you can stick somebody. I don't know. Hopefully you stick them before you get in the car. If you had the mace, you can spray them off you. But if somebody get too close to you, cuss them out real loud so you can attract attention and shock them. Use the mother word. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on out with it. Loud. Like you ignorant. Like you don't know no proper words to talk to somebody. And start going back toward the building, not to your vehicle. And there are security officers or policemen inside those stores. If you really afraid, you get one of them to walk you back to your car. And this is Val. This is how you do it. Just want to make y'all aware. Be safe, be safe, be safe. And if I don't tell you, now when you go to the store, you have seen this video, you've seen these videos. If you want to look these people up, you saw their names. This will remind you while you're out and about by yourself. Don't take yourself for granted that don't nobody want you. Because there are many out there that will pay for it. And this is Val. This is how you do it. Talk to all you beautiful people on the next video. Bye-bye now.
Is an epidemic in the United States of America in the abduction of our children. Many of our children are being abducted and brought into this sex trafficking tragedy. Our children are being taken off school buses. They're being picked up after Girl Scouts. They're being snatched away in our college campuses. And I know that many times we think parents are paranoid, but parents, this is the time to become more aware, our eyes more opened, and children and young adults and college students and young men and especially young women, somebody needs to know where you are at all times. This is becoming very, very dangerous. One of our members had an experience with this on last week. Another member had an experience with it just this week. Also molestation in our schools. Let's be very mindful of what's going on. If you see something, say something. Let's pull together and make a difference.